Okay, awesome. We are recording. Guys, we have Andrei Martinez here today from Seven Gables Real Estate. I'm just going to introduce you. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk on an interview and kind of just being on here on the segment of getting to know a realtor today. How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you? Thanks for having me on here.
Dude, yes, of course, of course. Yeah, I'm doing great. It's a good day. Our country has no idea what's going on, but we know that we're doing good. Uh, Figure it out one day, guys. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But 2020, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
So what are you drinking there?
We got a black coffee from Pete's. It's the Luminosa Light Blend. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Keeps me up. What about you?
No, I have some Keurig coffee.
There we go. Coffee gang.
Yes. Hey, I heard recently you closed. You're closing or closed a deal?
Yeah, I closed a deal in North Tustin over in Cowan Heights. That was my very first deal I ever closed for
Congrats.
1.580. Thank you.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Heck yeah, super excited.
Very cool. So, and how long have you been a realtor for?
2 months.
2 months. Nice. Hitting the ground running. That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for it. I think the biggest thing that's helped me up until this point is just staying in contact with people and genuinely loving this industry. I know I've been wanting to do real estate. Hi, Lisa. I've been wanting to do real estate for a long, long time for a lot of reasons. The main one being financial freedom. Investing in real estate, I think, is just the safest way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a off-topic question. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
It does.
We can still be friends. No.
I don't know why people hate it so much. It's so delicious.
I'm glad you think so. I'm happy for you, friend. I'm happy for you.
Oh God.
Okay. So, and another random question. If you could be a turtle or a giraffe, what would you be?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, any kind of turtle, like a sea turtle.
Ooh, yeah, any kind of turtle.
Yeah, I'd be a sea turtle.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah. What about you?
Turtle. I like turtles.
Turtle? Nice.
I like
I like turtles.
I like turtles. Like the video.
That kid was a legend.
I know. He's cool. Yeah, always in my heart. No.
Yeah, since 2012, 2011.
It hasn't been that long. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right.
Good times, man. Much simpler time, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
Are you like a beach or mountains kind of person?
Ooh, I've really been evaluating this question lately because I feel like I've always wanted to live at the beach, but the more I look at it, I really like the mountains, man. Especially like the Temecula area. I don't know if you've been down there, but really on the come up, man. And it's a mix of mountain and a mix of wineries everywhere, and such a nice vibe over there. I think I'm starting to become a little bit more mountain, but let me get that beach view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
San Elijo Hills, maybe you're not directly on the sand, but a beach view.
Say the name again. San Elijo.
San Elijo. Yeah.
Cool. We'll pop that up right there. Boom. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Okay, cool. When's the last time you touched the snow?
Last year. Yeah. Big Bear. Yeah.
All right, that's recent.
Me and my fraternity brothers went out for Big Bear and had our retreat there. That was the last retreat I ever had before graduating college, and COVID hit and all that. So definitely ended out with a bang.
Yeah, no, that's good. And where did you go to college again?
Cal State San Marcos. It's that brand new university down in San Diego.
Cool. What's the mascot there? We'll pop it
Cougars.
up. Cougars. Sweet. Did you go to any like football games, basketball games, anything, baseball?
Yeah, man. We always went to the basketball games. Those were really fun. Baseball, not really. If you wanted to watch football, you got to just go across the street to SDSU. That was really fun, man. Like the tailgates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. I never experienced that until I got to college, so it's really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What like how did you decide to go down there for college?
Let's see. I did 2 years of community college, and I remember like I applied to like all the Cal States, and I got into Fresno, and I was just like, no, it's too hot down there, not really down. And then I got into Monterey Bay, and like I was kind of down, but you know, they didn't really have like a big Greek life, and I know like I wanted to go to a university that had like a pretty big Greek life. I really wanted to be involved in like leadership positions at my school. So it like came down to SDSU or Cal State San Marcos, and Cal State San Marcos was just like the way better choice in my opinion. If you've gone there recently, it looks like Irvine. Like it's
wow.
Yeah, it's like brand new construction, really beautiful, brand new buildings. The sunsets are amazing. Yeah, I love San Marcos. I definitely want to like invest out there pretty soon, especially for like the college kids that need places to live.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's cool. What fraternity were you in?
I joined Sigma Alpha Epsilon. SAE.
Alpha Epsilon. Boom.
Dope.
Cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Cool. That's awesome. How was and then what community college did you go to before?
Went to Santiago Canyon College, so that's in Orange in Orange County. There's like a city called Orange in Orange County.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. What did you think about like community college versus the university?
It's like night and day, honestly. Definitely like I would advise like my future kids like just go straight to the 4-year in my own humble opinion. Just because like I noticed that like in community college it's really easy to get distracted. If you screw up, it's like, well, you screwed up, like you're still allowed to be here. But when you're at the 4-year, I feel like you don't really have room for that, like, you know, especially when you're a fresh 18-year-old coming into a 4-year. If your grades start to drop, you're gonna get kicked out. No one wants to get kicked out of a 4-year. So I think the main difference is the mindset. Like, you know, I it's way too easy to go to community college and be stuck there for 5-7 years. You might as well just be in high school, and you know, maybe you're not going to get into Harvard or Yale, but like, you know, apply to Cal State, like a Cal State. You know, most Cal States are actually pretty accepting. Like, you don't need to be the smartest guy in the room. Like, if you were on sports and you're pretty well rounded, you'll get accepted, dude. And, you know, 4 years, I feel like they just keep you more in track with your goals. And overall more fun too. Like the social scene is way more fun, and I think that stuff is very, very important. Yeah, no, totally. What high school did you go to? Beckman High School. It's in Irvine. Beckman High School. What's the mascot for that? Patriots. Hey-oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. How was your high school experience? Much different from college, that's for sure. In high school, I was really just focused on school. Like, didn't really like get out much. I was really focused on like wrestling and like, you know, sports and all that stuff. And I think when I got to college, I actually was like, okay, I think it's time to start making more friends, time to be more social, time to get involved in stuff. High school was good though, I had a really good time. It was a great high school. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything.
Oh, and you said you did wrestling?
Yeah, for 4 years.
4 years.
That was fun too. Yeah. Great group of guys, fun teammates, awesome coaches. Overall, just a good experience. I think everyone should have a hobby or a sport that they play in high school. I think it kind of keeps you on the right track.
Yeah, no, totally. What was your weight class?
106. I was a little guy.
Dude, yeah, that's like, I don't know the weight classes, but I'm sure that's like on the bottom or like the lower.
It's the very bottom one. Senior year, I was 113. Nice. And I was cutting from like 128 like every week. Yeah, so I'd like run at 5 a.m. every single day, and then I'd sit in the sauna for 15 before school, and then go practice, and then by Friday night when you weigh in for those tournaments, I'd be like 112.5 or like 112.9, 113, and then I'd just like eat that night and then show up to the tournament the next day at like 120. But it was hell. But it was a great time. That's cool. Never have to do that again.
Right. Now it's the opposite. Everyone's trying to lose weight. Yeah. They're all trying to
dude.
Yeah.
Don't even try. Have fun with your life. Just I don't believe in losing weight or any of that stuff. Just eat right, stay active.
Yeah.
The number doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, totally. How it's about the healthy choices, healthy decisions.
Exactly, man. Like if you get out every single day for even like 30 minutes and like, you just go shoot some hoops at the park or like maybe take a walk or something, that's enough. Like you don't need to kill yourself or be defined by a number. Like a lot of people do that. There's no point. You just stress yourself out. Like you can't even have fun like eating anything because you're just worried.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
That's a good point for sure. What's here's another like transitioning, maybe a fear that you might have that you would like to overcome.
It's not like a fear, but definitely like I make the intention every day to like be present, like as present as possible. I find myself sometimes like, thinking about the past or thinking about the future.
Yeah.
When in reality, none of that stuff really matters. Like all you really have is like now. So definitely like I'd love to overcome those thoughts. Like I'd like to just all the time 150% right now in this present moment. Like nothing else matters. Right. Just relax.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah. Or just like
exactly.
Because we tend to worry when we think about like the past or we're thinking about the future
or the what ifs.
Or
and I'm sure the statistic is like way higher and people just don't talk about it, but I bet a lot of people feel this way, like a lot, but they just don't talk about it.
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. What's your Enneagram, by the way, Andrei?
Enneagram is type 3, the performer.
Yes. Performer, achiever. Yes. Cool. We'll put that up there. Boom.
Sweet. My best friend is super into the Enneagram. He's the one that got me into all this stuff.
Oh yeah? Okay, cool. It's like everyone has a friend who like if you've heard of it, it's like usually a friend like told you and then they're like, here, take it. You're like, what am I doing? I'm taking this. Yeah.
Usually the psychology major.
Yes. Yeah.
Just analyzes your every move. Just like, dude, I'm just drinking a coffee.
Everyone needs that friend though. We all need that friend.
Everyone does need that on me.
What's your Myers-Briggs?
ENTJ, so extrovert, intuitive, thinking, and judgment.
Cool.
So like overall, like logically intuitive, I guess. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely not introverted.
Got it. So you like being around people?
I do. I thrive off of that. Like just having like this conversation, like it's fun for me.
Yeah. I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You're in the right industry.
Yeah, I mean, I could even be like around people sometimes, and like they're not saying anything, and like I'm just happy that they're there. Like I'm just like, cool.
Yeah. What are some like things that maybe like inspire you, or any passions that you might have?
Things that so like things that inspire me. And this is not in any specific order, but like my girlfriend, who I've been dating for a while, really inspires me because she's very like straight edge, and like she's about her stuff, and she inspires me because I just want to be so successful that like she doesn't have to work. Even though I know she already told me like she does want to work, which I respect, but like I at least want to get to that level where like if she didn't want to, you don't have to worry about anything. Financial freedom is also a big one, like investing in stocks and real estate, like, and just allocating my money right now in my 20s. So in my 30s and 40s, I can basically live off fruit and just, hold it long term. I've been super into investing stocks lately. When the pandemic crashed, I got really into it.
Yeah.
Because that's when everything was on sale. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take these stimulus checks and just buy a bunch of Tesla and buy a bunch of Apple. And it's been great. And I just keep buying more and more. And it's really turned into a passion of mine that I really, really enjoy. So, awesome. Yeah.
Oh, good moves. I have always, Tesla, killing it. They're an amazing company. Like pretty much monopolizing the market, but that's how you do it,
Yeah, you should look into NIO. It's like the Tesla of China.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah. It's I'm not a financial advisor or CFA or CPA or anything, but I've watched countless videos where they talk about NIO being like a very high growth stock in the next 2 to 5 years with a projection of like $300 a share. And that's insane to me. They're at $40 right now, and I bought them at 28. So like, wow, I believe in them. I mean, they want to do a battery that you lease into the car, which means that the company would be getting residual income every single month. So it's like basically buying a house and renting it out, but the car version, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm buying more. Yeah,
I'll have to look into them more.
Dude, yeah.
I've seen, I know they're like the China version, and Tesla's in China, and the Chinese tend to, I mean, actually they're treating Tesla very fairly and favorably. So all for that and stuff, and they're just pouring into that industry and stuff. So I'll definitely look into that. Thank you for that tip.
Again.
Yeah. Okay, so changing gears a little. No pun intended. How did you get started in real estate?
So my neighbor, his name's Bob Hickman. He's a mortgage guy here at this office. His brother is the CEO of this whole entire brokerage. He always would just come home and he lives by himself, but he had 3 or 4 cars and he looked like he was living the life. So I was just like, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I do real estate. Obviously real estate's not all glamorous like on Selling Sunset, those shows, but as a young man, I was like, I want that. So I was like, hey, so what do I do? And he's like, oh, well, you got to get your real estate license. So went out and got my real estate license and started to learn more and more about it. And I was like, okay, it's not really about the selling of houses. It's about getting the money to buy a house, put some tenants in there, put them on a month-to-month on a contract, and get them to pay the mortgage plus profit and build your portfolio. And I was like, oh, okay, I want to get into the industry now.
Yeah.
So decided to pick this brokerage because it's the local one around here, and my my neighbor works here, so it's like might as well pick this one. I love it here, man. I
That's
really
great.
love this company. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you said his name is Bob. What is it?
Hickman.
Bob Hickman. Cool.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like mentored you.
No, my mentor, her name's Raquel. She's pretty cool. She's known me since I was like 5. She was one of the room moms in first grade. You know, like the ones that help like during Christmas time, Halloween or whatever.
Yeah.
She's known me for a while. And she works here, and she just kind of took me under her wing, and I've been working with her for 2 months, and it's been great. I'm about to close my second deal today, and then my third deal next month. So it's been awesome.
Great. Yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh. I think it's so helpful, like, to have like really mentors who are like very they know what they're doing, you know, they hear you and guide you and help you.
It's really nice to have someone who like cares genuinely too. Like, you know, she's known me for so long, it's like it's easy to just be comfortable and be yourself, you know. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So do you guys work, like when you take on a deal or represent a buyer or a seller, do you typically like bounce ideas off each other, or how do you guys like work as a team?
With me and my mentor?
Yeah.
Okay. My mentor, I'm very like independent, so like by the time I go to my mentor, I already have the buyer. I already have the types of houses that they like. Mm-hmm. And normally by the time I'm with my mentor, it's like, okay, we're writing an offer, if that makes sense. Like, I do a lot. I do a lot on like the acquiring side. She helps me more on the moving parts. So like there's, you know, when like these first 2 deals I ever did, it's one of the most complicated real estate deals. For some people, it's super easy, but you know, most people will tell you it's like complicated. It's called a contingency deal. And that's basically where the buyer you're working with, it wants to move out of house A to get into house B. But to get into house B, they got to sell house A. Gotcha. So it's like, it's like a bunch of different contracts. And like, that's where my mentor really came in and stepped up for me. It wasn't so much like, oh, which house do you want to buy? That was just like, oh, do you like this house? Yes. Okay, let's put an offer. It's more like my mentor helps me with like, you know, escrow details, addendums, inspection repairs, like all like the different moving parts that go into having a deal. And like this deal was even crazier because from going to house A to house B, the buyer that wanted house A needed to sell their house. So it was like
a double, a trickle kind of effect, or like
exactly.
People are like they need
domino effect. It was fun.
Yes, that's the term.
It's closing, man. It's closing today, and
that's
stoked.
Awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
Get more and more deals.
Yeah. That's good. That's awesome. What's it like working with you as an agent, or like if I was like, you know, I need a real estate agent, like how's that experience with you?
I think it's pretty awesome, honestly. I am known to be like a really good listener, and whenever like I work with a person, like I make sure to give them exactly what they want. You tell me you want a 1-story, cool. We're only gonna look at 1-stories. No pool, I'm not gonna waste my time and show you houses with pools. Like, no pool, you got it. 5 acres, only 5 acres. Like there's no BS. There's no beating around the bush. It's like, you want A, B, and C, I'll give you A, B, and C with these price ranges, with these rooms. There you go. Which ones do you like? You like those? Let's go check them out. You love them? Awesome. Let's go write an offer and secure the deal.
Very cool. I like that. No, I like that because I can imagine maybe some agents showing houses that like just to kind of get the deal through. Like,
right.
Hey, I'm not interested in this, or like, yeah.
Well, I learned that in Seattle. So before I was a real estate agent, I did door-to-door sales, in Seattle for pest control. And pest control is one of those things nobody wants to buy.
Like the door knocking?
Door knocking.
Yes.
Like the Mormons.
Yeah. Or the internet guys who try to get you to switch your cable or internet. Yeah.
I was one of those guys.
Yeah, cool.
And I learned how to close deals like in 5 to 10 minutes and get a person's credit card info and let's go. Like and like that was like the biggest thing I learned was like my boss was like, guys, you're getting to the door and they're saying they're interested because they have ants, but you're showing them a product for spiders. Screw the spiders. They're talking about ants. Stick to the ants. Like, why are you talking about the spiders? Like, this is why you're losing deals. Yeah. And I kind of took that with me. I'm like, my buyer says he doesn't want a pool in his backyard. Why am I going to show him a house with a pool?
Right.
Like, and it sounds so like simple. Like, yeah, of course I wouldn't do that, but you'd be surprised how many people door knock and like it's like, hey, how's it going? I was just in the neighborhood. I take care of 4 of your neighbors, and they're like, oh, I'm interested. I actually have a spider problem. And then the salesman's just like, by the way, we have bait boxes to take care of rats. Were we talking about rats or spiders? Like, don't lose the sale. Like,
yeah.
It just kind of taught me to be more focused and really listen to what people need and want. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, what do you need? It's not about me. It's about you. Like, ultimately, service.
Yeah. That's good. I like that. So how do people, like, what's the level of communication like that you have with people who work with you?
Pretty high, dude. I talk to everyone in here. I like all the employees in here. I always say hi to everyone, always ask how everyone's doing. People are pretty good about asking me how I'm doing. It's a good flow in here, dude. It's probably it is the best place I've ever worked at, and I've had lots and lots of jobs. I like it here a lot.
That's so cool. What about like, so if I were to like hire you as a real estate agent, like what kind of level of communication could I expect to receive from you?
I'm your guy, day and night. I will answer your texts, your calls, and I'm gonna have to ask you to call me as many times as you want. Like, do not hesitate, because ultimately that's this job. It's a 24/7 job, and let's find you that home that you're looking for. That's what it all comes down to. It's about you. Like,
yeah.
The possibilities are endless. There's more than enough homes in California to buy from or out of state. So what do you like? I'll give you.
Awesome. No, I love that. That's good. Yeah, because I think it's definitely a concern for people. It's like, I'm not sure like if you're going to answer or yeah, and the level of communication is important. It's very key in any kind of relationship or working relationship.
I told my clients, like, I like one of them, he's like, sorry, am I bugging you? And I'm like, dude, you call me, text me as many times as you want. You could call me at 3 a.m. I don't know if I'm going to answer at 3 a.m., but you can guarantee I'm going to return your call at 9 a.m. As soon as I step into the office, you're going to be the first person I call back, because I know myself that's the type of person I am. I make sure to be very structured with people, and I tell people, don't worry, send me a million texts. Like, I will get back to you. I will answer all your questions. Like, this is my job, so I'm going to perform.
Good.
Type
That's
3.
Awesome. Yeah. Yes. Enneagram 3. Yeah. Okay, cool. What's been your favorite part about like being a real estate agent so far?
Dude, the MLS. Like, I thought Zillow was cool. I thought Redfin was cool. And then I got on the MLS, and it's like, okay, I want to go invest in a property and I want to make positive cash flow on it. All right, cool. Show me all houses that are active. Show me all houses in Orange County, LA, and Riverside. Show me all houses that are 3+ bedrooms, 3+ full bathrooms. Show me all houses with 1 acre to 5 acres. within the price range of 100,000 to 765,000. Boom, give me just that, nothing else, no BS, and it's all the active stuff. And it's just like, oh my God, this is like Zillow on steroids.
Yeah,
like
nice.
Zillow is not up to date compared to the MLS. I'm just like, this is awesome.
That's so cool. And that's something I believe only realtors have access to, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think like regular people might be able to have access to it, but it'd be like really expensive. But I'm not sure.
Got it. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
We'll have to check on that. I'm not sure either. I think that's what I've heard. Because I've never like been inside of there.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, I love it, man. And then like the MLS, it like has commercial stuff too, which I was like off the walls when I saw it. I was like, no way. Like there's dental offices for sale. Like, and I'm just like running the numbers and I'm like, I could buy this dental office and keep all the chairs inside, buy the business, and just rent out the dental office to some dentists, charge them the rent, pay off the mortgage, and make a little bit of profit because they're dentists and they make bank anyways. And it's like, dude, life-changing. I was just like, I love the MLS, dude.
Cool. That's so tight. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what can you tell prospects who are like thinking about buying a house or thinking about selling their house? Do you have any like advice or tips for them?
Yes. If these prospects are renting already and they're thinking about buying a house, please do. Don't spend another month renting. Yeah. There's no better way to say this, but you're throwing your money in the trash every single month that you're renting. And I understand some people need to rent, so go ahead.
Right.
But if you have enough money to buy a house, do yourself a favor and buy a house. It's not even about me anymore. Like, do yourself a favor and seriously buy a house, because you will thank yourself later, 20 to 30 years down the line. You got to look at it like a bank. Yes, it's a liability when you own it, but that money that you're putting in towards a house, every single month that you're putting it in, all you're doing is storing your money inside the house. And when you sell it and the house appreciates another 100 to 500,000 bucks, you get all the money that you put in plus the appreciation. You get yourself something nicer and bigger. Heck, you can move out of state and get yourself a house in Alabama for 10 rooms for $250K. Like,
right.
You can literally stop renting, bite the bullet. I know it's going to be expensive at first, but buy a house. I know. And then for the sellers, if you want to upgrade to something nicer, okay, fine, sell your house and get yourself something nicer, or save up your money for a little bit longer, lease out the current house you're living in, okay, and get yourself into a new house. And in that new house, take the money that you make from your renters at your old house and use it to pay off your new house. Essentially, you're living for free. It's the best vehicle ever. If you're thinking about selling, work out the numbers. If they make sense to you, go forward. It's kind of one of those things that you can't really convince people to buy or sell, because you either have the money or you don't. It's not like pest control where it's like you're overcoming objections and like you're just ragging them until they say yes. Like, it's just like, do you have money or not? Okay, all right, well, let's go.
Yeah. No, that's good. And that's something you can help people with, like, to see if it would make like financial sense for them.
Oh yeah, dude, I love doing that stuff. I literally go on this thing called mortgagecalculator.org or .net. It's saved in my phone. And I literally just like go on the MLS. I'm like, oh, I like that house. Okay, cost this much. Here's the down payment. Here are the closing costs. Here's this, here's that. This is how much I would charge for rent. This and this and that. And then it literally gives me a 30-year thing where it shows me how much money I would make over 30 years. And I'm just like, dang,
cool.
Possibilities are endless. So I'm going to get my first rental property in January.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, my first one ever. And I've been wanting to do this for 5 years now. And I finally have enough now. I need to make sure the numbers make sense first and foremost.
Right.
So giving myself a little time frame.
No, absolutely. That's good.
Yeah.
So do you guys help people also with like securing loans? Do you guys have a loan officer in-house that you guys?
Yes, we have CMG loan officers literally at the same office, and that's what Bob Hickman does. He also does real estate, but like he's mainly mortgages, helps people get loans, anything from VA loans to conventional loans to jumbo loans, a whole 100 yards. It's awesome.
Sweet. And then because I think some people, they might have like just bad credit, but they have the money. Like, do you guys help people with that?
100%, dude. I mean,
cool.
Bad credit, and anything can screw up with your credit, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, if you have the money and you talk to the right person, it's not about the number of the credit score or anything. It's, does somebody trust you enough to give you money to buy a house? Do they trust you? Have you built that relationship with that person? Yes. All right, dude, your credit sucks, but you have the money and I'm going to take a risk. And that's where the private lenders come in. And that's where the really rich old guys that live in Newport Beach are like, all right, here's a loan. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like a game on all aspects, financially and on a communication level, like, you know, building that relationship with your lender. Because ultimately the money's got to come from somewhere.
Right.
And you got to have trust before you have that money.
Yeah, definitely. So speaking of old people in Newport Beach who are wealthy.
For young people.
I know, right? Or yeah, and actually, yeah, you never know. But where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years.
I know.
I'm really, really, really loving LA. Dude, something about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love the fact that you can drive up to your $1 million to $10 million house, okay? And you got a whole view of the city, maybe the beach if you're lucky. You have that whole view, and you drive right down the street, and it's like taco trucks, and you know, amazing food, and it's like culture, and like I love how it's such a mix of everything. So I you know, possibly LA, Orange County. If I were to be in Orange County in the next 5 years, I'm thinking Lemon Heights, Cowan Heights, North Tustin. So one of those places. I want to be in the ridges, you know what I mean? Like mountainside with a view. That'd be nice.
Okay, cool.
I really like views and balconies.
Yeah, no, totally.
Balconies are like a must.
Yeah, outdoor space is a must. We found that out in Corona season. Yeah. I had a brother, he lived in downtown LA actually, and they were stuck inside their apartment, and they moved to Pasadena because they couldn't do it anymore. Like being no outdoor space, no amenities, the pool's closed, like basically everything shut down. They moved in I think in June or something. So, and it's gotten a little better, of course, but outdoor is good. Sure. Which is, you know, why houses have been so hot right now, selling and stuff, you know.
For sure.
So like knowing what you know now, if you could go back in time and mentor your younger self, or give yourself like some piece of advice, like 10 years in the past, like what would you tell yourself?
Ooh, okay. 10 years ago I was 13. Okay, wow. Let's see, what would I tell my 13-year-old self? Okay, first of all, stop stressing. Like, you need to relax. You're 13 years old, dude. Like, have you screwed up? Yes. Have you screwed up a lot? Yes. But stop beating yourself up, dude. Like, you have a long life ahead of you. You need to relax and just go have fun. Focus on your schoolwork, and also have a plan. Like, have a plan. I think that's something I was missing in high school. I didn't have that plan. You know, I think I'd tell my 13-year-old self, like, hey, start looking into some colleges, and not just any colleges, but like look into the big name ones, dude. Like USC, UCLA, like the big names. Like, do it. put it on a vision board, write it down, like make it a goal and get after it. I think my 13-year-old self, if someone would have believed in me like that, told me to do that, and like, you know, gave me a little bit more knowledge, I think I would have been like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
totally.
definitely like have some goals.
Yeah.
More solidified goals.
Right. Or tangible, like where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
like this is like you see it every day, or you've written it down.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. I think it would have been that, and be yourself, dude. Like stop stressing out about like trying to be cool for people. Like I'd be like, hey brother, like newsflash, like people are either gonna like you or not like you, so you might as well just be yourself.
Yep. Everyone else is taken, so be yourself.
Yeah.
That's good. So with your real estate business, like if someone like, well, I guess you just closing on deals, but if someone like gave you $10,000 and they're like, you have to invest this in your real estate business,
yes,
what would you invest it in?
I would immediately go to Riverside, and I would go to Corona. I would get one of those 6-bedroom houses for $740,000 with an FHA loan, 3.5% down. And I'd take the money I have right now and also throw it into that down payment. I'd take one of those rooms, rent out the other 5 for just $900 a month each one. Just be like, all right, I'm going to live here for a year because that's what the FHA loan wants you to do.
Right.
And then I'm just going to move out after a year, keep it and hold it for the next 30 years and thank the person that gave me those 10 grand.
That's awesome. Okay, so in closing, do you have any like interesting real estate stories like so far? I know you just started your career, but like I'm sure you have stories or lessons maybe that you've learned in this journey.
Yeah, dude. If you really like this industry, it's so broad. Like, you know, if it's broad enough to the point where like you can make it really fun. Like don't worry about trying to be cool on the internet and, you know, act like you're the #1 agent in the world. Like just post stuff that you think someone else would like. Like if you like real estate investing like me, like that, and that's your niche, like post stuff about it, dude. Like don't be afraid. There's gonna be people that call you out whether you say the right things or the wrong things. So just like you know, show people what you know and talk to all your friends like all the time. Like that's the really cool thing about this industry. It's like my boss was saying, this is the only industry where, not the only industry, one of the few industries where you can call up your friend, like, you know, what's up, Brian? And you pick up and I'm like, hey, want to go get a drink? And like, dude, and we just go hang out. And like, you know, next thing you know, it's like, hey, I'm looking for a house. It's like, well, I'm right here. And it's like, awesome. And that's the biggest thing I've taken with me. It's like, we are in the business of relationships, not commissions.
Right.
You know,
100%.
That's the biggest lesson. Get rid of your commission breath, because people can smell it. And it reeks. Like it's horrible. Like trust me, you'll learn this quickly in door-to-door sales. When you knock on doors, if you're mission driven, people will buy. If you're commission driven, people are going to slam that door in your face. Right. Because ultimately people buy from people they like.
No, absolutely. I think having a purpose, like further than just like making the money, is not only like intrinsically it helps you, but like out in the world, people can see it, they know it, they can
exactly.
That's so cool. I love that. That's a good lesson. That's a great lesson to learn as like you're just starting your career, you know. And I'm sure like many more things and deals and things to come for you. Like that's so awesome.
Likewise, man.
Dude, appreciate it. Cool. Hey, I love this last question. Is there any question that you'd like me to ask you, or anything you want to share about yourself that maybe you didn't get to share?
not off the top of my head, and that's just me being like completely honest.
Love it.
But I can't say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on your channel, and I hope that both of us can provide value to someone who needs it. Like that's what's awesome about this. Like, thanks for having me on your channel. That's what I want to say. Thanks for having me here, man.
Dude, Andre, anytime. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure.
Heck yeah.
All right,
Likewise.
Guys. All right, we'll just see you later, guys.